everyone. Good morning. How are you guys doing? This is Johnny B in South Central PA coming to you on a beautiful Wednesday morning. I'm happy to be alive. It's a beautiful day and God has given us one more chance to get it right, or to at least get it. I'm so glad you joined me. Thank you. I appreciate every one of you. Thank you, and thank you. So in my reading today, I'm just going to bring you a short little thing. I was reading First Kings 17 today, and it's a story that tells about Elijah. God told him to go into the wilderness. There's a great famine and drought in the land, and God was making a point with his people. But anyway, God told Elijah to go into the wilderness and camp beside this brook, and that birds would bring him food. Wow. How many of us would just take off and go into the wilderness and drink brook water and wait for the birds to bring us food? Man, I guess that took a lot of faith for him to do that, but he did that, and sure enough, every morning and every evening the birds would bring him food, and he drank water out of the brook. And then the brook, of course, there was a drought, so the brook dried up. Wow. I bet Elijah was thinking, God, why do you send me out here if you're going to dry the brook up? Anyway, God told him to go into the little village and that there was be a widow lady that would take care of him. Sure enough, he went into the village and found this widow and asked her to bring him some water and make him some bread, which she did. But she told him, I only have a little bit of flour and a little bit of oil left, and so once we eat this meal, we'll probably just die. He said, go ahead and do it anyway. But anyway, long story short is that he stayed with her, the Bible says, for many days, and they never ran out of flour, and they never ran out of oil. And then something really, you think that's a cool story, and you can take from that story that God will always provide as you trust in Him. But then something else happens that just freaked me out. The widow's son dies, just up and dies. And so then you're thinking, what in the world? This widow, had faith and fixed food and took care of this prophet, and then all of a sudden, as a repayment, God lets her son die. But see, what God wanted to do is just confirm that He was in control. And sure enough, He allowed Elijah to speak life into the boy, and he was raised from the dead. So what a cool story. And the challenge today that I want to leave with you is that sometimes we're in situations that we feel like are dark and dreary, and there's no way out. And even if we're trying to do what we think God has called us to do, sometimes we find ourselves just running into a brick wall, or in a position where we're wondering, God, why did you put me here? But I just want to remind you that when we, hey Tony, how you doing, man? When we go ahead and listen to God and do what He tells us, and listen to Him and put ourselves in the position that He wants us to be in, that's when the cool stuff happens. So as humans, we want to just control everything. We want to be in control. We want to be in control of every situation, and we all know that it's impossible, and we can get frustrated and everything. So my word today is that, hi Amber, as long as you're listening to God and doing what He tells you to, He will allow you to walk through the valleys. But during those times, that's when He can do His miracles. That's when you're going to see some awesome stuff. So if you're going through a dark time and you're trusting in God and you're praying to Him, take heart, because that is where He can work His miracles in your life. And so don't give up, and don't ever lose faith in Him. And then look for a miracle. Expect one, and you'll get it. So, hey, 1 Kings 17 is an awesome chapter. It'll blow your mind. And whether you believe the Bible to be real or a story, it's a cool story. I believe it's real. But just reminds us that when we're in a dark place and things look very dire, that He could do His miracles. And to me, that gives me hope. So I hope to give you hope this morning if you're in a position where you feel hopeless. Remember, I love you guys, and thank you for watching. If you want to comment, that would be awesome. I need you to have a great day. Dream big, work hard, and love large. Eat really good food, take your vitamins, and be your best self now. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.